We would consider Johannesburg to be one of the most radioactive cities in the world.
We are having a problem of children with the same deformity. Children who cannot walk, children who cannot talk.
From these tailing storage facilities alone, 50 tons of uranium enter the groundwater.
The landscape around Johannesburg has been scarred by more than 130 years of gold mining. Massive dumps loom over the city. To have about a teaspoon full of gold, you have to extract a ton of waste. And that waste includes toxic heavy metals like arsenic, lead, chrome, uranium, and others, and then they can contaminate not only the water but also the air. The people who live close to the mine dumps are worried.
Today we are here in Snake Park to the community that is affected by the mine dump. People who live adjacent to the mine dump that has caused death to our people. My name is Tiny. I'm a campaigner here in Snake Park, Soweto. And mines are using chemicals lapayana. They are using chemicals that are very strong.
There hasn't been a large-scale medical study on the impact of the mine dumps. But in this one small neighborhood, we met 4 children with cerebral palsy, and the community is convinced that's significant.
A lot of children are sick because of this mine dump. A lot of people are coughing because of this mine dump. Now we are coming across children with cerebral palsy.
The doctors won't tell you that it's linked to the mine dumps, and don't explain each and anything to you.
But what do you believe?
I do believe that it's the cause of this mine dumps. It's very, very difficult and it's painful. Seeing children her age can take themselves to the toilet, can go to the school, and you have the burden to change the diapers, feed her, and sometimes even though she's got a pain somewhere, you can't be able to know. You just have to figure it out yourself, what is wrong with the baby when it's crying.
This is a dump right next to where Tiny and the other families are living. In the air they breathe are lots of heavy metals, including lead and uranium. So how radioactive is this place?
We are looking at the Geiger counter now, and we've gone up to 12.24. Now we are completely in the red zone.
That's 5 times more than the legal limit for exposure per year for someone working in a nuclear facility in the UK. What we are doing now, is it dangerous for us?
The community here is exposed 24 hours out of 24 hours. For us, we come here maybe once a week. If I ingest a single grain of dust and it decides to impact on my DNA codes, or I can get bone cancer, or I can get colon cancer and so on from it. There's a variety of illnesses that you can get from the lead, from the arsenic, from the uranium, from the cadmium, from the copper and so on that is in there. What is the recourse of this community here when they do become ill as a result of this particular dump?
There are many communities around Johannesburg living close to more than 200 mine dumps. And here in the Shaft informal settlement, people have built their homes right next to radioactive waste. The Shaft has been declared a radiation area. In June, a parliamentary committee urged that the people who live here should be relocated as quickly as possible.
Here is the dump material, and you can see this shack is built adjacent to the dump material, in fact on the dump material, which its common cause is high in radioactivity and toxic metals. It was recommended that people that live here must be screened. In other words, they must wear lead suits in order to live here, or they may only visit their houses for very short periods of time, not to be exposed to the radioactivity.
Each and every day when it's windy, you can feel there's something inside your body. Can even sometimes you even cough, and when you cough, you know that wind, that soil is coming inside you, inside your stomach, so your lungs. That's how it affects us. This is my baby Lou. She's only 2 months old. All I wish for her is to come out of this place and go somewhere, have a safe environment where my baby can stay. Please, maybe if they can allocate us and go somewhere, have a house, live a healthy life.
A study conducted in Rivoli, another nearby township, found clear evidence of the danger of living close to a mine dump.
Children and adults who live closer to the mine dump have significantly elevated levels of lead in their blood. And the same applied to soil. The closer people's gardens or houses were to the mine dump, the higher the levels of lead in their soil. We need better information, we need the public to get involved, we need lobbyists, pressure groups to push for the interventions that will allow people to live healthier lives. And you can't live an optimally healthy life if you live too close to a mine dump.
So now we've come here to the Mineral Council to speak to these guys who represent the mining companies, and we want to know what they think about this problem and if they think that they are responsible.
There should be a buffer zone between communities and the mine dumps, and the distance is regulated. So the incidences that you are talking about are instances where it's the communities that have encroached on the mine dumps, because the mine dumps were there before the communities.
Isn't some of the responsibility has to be taken by the industry?
Well, the industry is taking responsibility. What you are talking about are just anomalies.
But actually, they are not anomalies. It's estimated that tens of thousands of people around Johannesburg live on or close to mine dumps. It's of great concern to the government.
We are dealing with rehabilitation and the legacies of mining at many fronts. It's a huge problem that we have to deal with. We've got over 6,000 ownerless mines. So to deal with them, it's going to cost us, the initial cost at the time when the actuarial evaluation was done was about 300 billion rands. So it's a huge liability that we have as a state. We don't have enough resources to do everything.
It is unacceptable for mining companies to move on, leaving gaping holes in the ground, polluted rivers and unenriched and disrupted communities.
They must find whoever that's owned those mines to come and compensate whomsoever that's it. The mine has damaged their life.
All I want is my people to see my people healthy. All I want is to see my people protected from the dam. And all I want is to see the government or the miners rehabilitating these mine dams, because they are causing a havoc to my people.